Hi, my name is Luke Lim, and I'm here with Matt Lloyd. He's the CEO of More. I've managed to get a very special interview on behalf of you at his home here. And now, Matt, the first question I have for you is, why do you think people are really struggling online in internet marketing?
Sure. So why are people struggling online in marketing? Well, that's probably the most common question I get. A lot of people do struggle. It's no secret that maybe 97% of people who try and make money online never really make a lot at all. I can answer that from a personal perspective because I got started 5 years ago and I've been pretty successful in the industry, but my first 2 years I was very unsuccessful. Those first 2 years I wasn't really making any money whatsoever. So for me to answer that, the reason why I wasn't making money when I was struggling, I was trying to do way too many things at once. And I think that most people do that. They try and take on way too many things at once. They're getting 20 different emails a day from 20 different gurus telling them to go in 20 different directions, and they sit down at their computer and they're just paralyzed by too many choices. They don't know which direction to go in. So they start going down one direction and then they switch to another direction, and they never give any one thing a long enough time to actually have a chance of working. So I think they're trying too many different things. They're trying to master too many skills at one time. Okay, so they might be learning how to build websites one day, and then the next day they're trying to learn how to do video marketing, and then the next day they're trying to learn how to do blogging. They're trying to learn how to do too many things at once. And what they need to do to get out of that, to just snap out of that, is they need to just simplify things. Okay, they need to find a good, high converting offer to promote. And then all they need to do is generate traffic to that offer. And I know that sounds misleadingly simple, but that's the truth. That's all they need to do. So you find a high converting offer, and there's a number of places where you can find those. Okay, and then you start generating traffic. Now what you don't do is you don't try and learn 10 or 20 different traffic methods at one time, because it's way too many choices for one person. You focus on one traffic method, and your goal should be just to start generating consistent traffic each day from that method. I wouldn't try and learn traffic method number 2 until I was consistently making sales from traffic method number 1. So if that's going to be, it could be Facebook pay-per-click, then you go and spend the amount of time required learning how to do that. You might get a few courses on it, okay? Learn from someone who's actually doing it. But for every hour you spend learning, then you spend maybe 5 hours actually implementing. And when you consistently are getting sales from that one channel traffic, then you go to the next. Now, only after you are generating consistent income do you think about creating your own products, your own sales funnels, and going down that path, because that's a whole other conversation to learn all of that. So to sum things up, I would recommend they simplify things and focus on the actions that actually bring in the money, and that's going to be getting good at one traffic method.
So if you just have 1 hour per day to build your online business, how would you spend that 1 hour to really maximize the results?
Right. Okay. So that's a tough question. If I had 1 hour a day, exactly what would I do? So currently I spend a lot more than an hour a day running my business. So if I was forced to reduce it down to just 1 hour per day, first of all, every activity that I was doing would have to be a highly leveraged activity. You couldn't be getting bogged down doing admin tasks like checking emails and those kind of things, because if you only have an hour, you've got to make sure that hour is spent on activities that are bringing in money, okay, moving the business forward, bringing in new revenue. So let's say that you are doing affiliate marketing, and assuming you've got a good offer that you're promoting, then in that hour, all you want to be doing is generating traffic, okay? And it would have to be paid traffic. You couldn't be doing the free traffic methods like video marketing and SEO and those kind of things, because you're probably not going to have enough time to get results if you only have an hour a day. So what I would do is I would simply do paid traffic I would pick maybe pay per click or something like that, and I would start driving traffic to my offer. That would be the first thing I would do when I sit down. I might spend 20 minutes coming up with new ads and actually going and placing those ads, and then I might spend 20 minutes actually looking at my results from the previous days, the previous weeks, and optimizing those results, seeing what works, what doesn't. And then I would also spend maybe another 20 minutes outsourcing, because I only have an hour a day, so I need to be spending more time on the business. And if I can't do that, then I have to find other people and leverage their time. So I might get a virtual assistant, and I might have them actually go and manually submit the ads. So I would still write the ads because that's a highly leveraged activity, but they would actually go and do the time-consuming submitting, because that's a $2 per hour activity. Writing the ad, that's the much more valuable activity. So that's what I would do: paid traffic, write ads. I would tweak my campaigns, and I would outsource pretty quickly. Yeah.
So for the third question, now there are probably 1 billion offers that anyone can promote. So as an affiliate marketer, what are you really looking for when you want to choose a winning offer to promote? What are the criteria that you specifically look for?
Yeah, well, you're right. There are a lot of different offers you can promote. To be an affiliate marketer, you've got a lot of choice. Personally, I want to promote something, number one, that I feel good about. Okay, if I feel good about the product and I know it's valuable, and I know that if I promote this product to customers and they buy it, they're going to have a good experience and get value from it, that's the number one thing. If it's not a good product and it's leaving a lot of people unhappy, then it's not going to be around for a very long time. Okay, so that's the very first thing. After I've got that, I'm going to look at the numbers, and I'm going to look at, mainly you're going to judge, you're going to evaluate different offers on what we call earnings per click. Right, so every single website or selling system, sales funnel, can be reduced down to a number called earnings per click. What we do is we take the revenue of that site in a period, let's say it's 24 hours, and then we divide that revenue by how many visitors actually went to that website. So if we made $100 in the last 24 hours and we had 100 visitors to the website, or 100 people clicking our ads, then we know that gross revenue, $100 divided by 100 visitors, is $1 per visitor, or $1 per click. On average, every click we got to the website was worth $1 to our business. So you can compare lots and lots of different offers based on earnings per click. Now, that's how I would evaluate different offers and see which one's paying out better than others. Now, the problem is, coming up with that number, you do have to go and test. You've got to go and spend some money or time promoting that offer and seeing. And for people at home, that might sound a little bit complex and like it would take a long time. So to simplify things down a bit, just glancing at different offers, I would look at what are the size of the commissions. That's going to be a big one. I would look at, are other people making money with it? Are a lot of other people getting results? And if they are, you hear about it pretty quickly. You'll see a lot of different testimonials. And does it use multiple channels? Okay, so for example, not to promote my own offer here, but for Mobe, if we're talking about Mobe, if we have affiliates promoting Mobe, we're not just following up by email, webinars, direct mail, and so on. We're actually also doing the phone. And a lot of our revenue comes from phone sales. So let's say, Luke, if you generate a lead from Mobe, as I know you have, and then our phone sales team follows up with Luke's lead, we are going to offer our additional programs where they offer additional value to the client. And if they buy, Luke gets commissions, 1K, 3K, 5K, even right up to $10,000 on a single sale. Okay, that's obviously a more expensive, more valuable program, but you can get up to $10,000. Now, that's a big part of that is the fact that we're willing to actually get on the phone, and we have someone very skilled on the phone. We actually have maybe 20 people on our phones calling back the affiliates' leads. So if I'm looking at different affiliate programs and I see that one is willing to do phone sales and sell more expensive programs that pay me, the affiliate, bigger commissions, that's definitely a big plus. So those would be the main things.
So the fourth question is, since we are talking about mob, I've heard some people who share with me that they are wondering if, since we have a lot of people promoting this product
Sure.
in mob, will there be any saturation? Will
Right.
it get really difficult to promote in the future? So what are your thoughts?
Sure. I understand the concern. People see a lot of other people in Mobe and they think, will it ever get to a point where there's so many people promoting Mobe and we run out of customers? It gets saturated. I'll tell you a quick story. So when I got started in this industry in late 2008, I joined another company before Mobe was ever around. And that was the first question I had. And I heard that there were, I think, 2,000 people in Australia in that company. And to me, that seemed like an enormous number. 2,000, even though there were 20 million people in Australia, 2,000 seemed like a big number. And I thought, have we actually ran out of people who are actually interested in this business to sell to? But then I started to think about it a little bit more in depth. And I realized that if we think about our target audience, primarily it's entrepreneurs and people who want to become entrepreneurs, business owners who want to learn how to market, and also people who want to start their own home-based business. So, we look out there on the streets of Malaysia. If we go out there during the day when it's rush hour and we see all the people walking down the streets going to their jobs, how many people are dissatisfied with their jobs? How many people would like to make a little bit more money? How many of those people would like to spend more time at home with their families? When you start asking those questions, you realize that it's a pretty high percentage of the population, okay? And the good thing about this niche, it's always self-replenishing. So as people age, you've got younger people now coming in to the workforce who now start to look for different ways to make money. Like me, I was maybe 21 or 22, about to go into the workforce, and I decided I'm going to go down a different path and become an entrepreneur. So the market is always replenishing. You're not going to run out of people to sell to. More and more people suddenly get sick of a job or what they're doing, and they go to Google and they type in how to make money online. So there's always more people to sell to. Then the other answer to that question is, I look at the size of Mobe, and we are doing well. We're doing very well, but if we compare the size of our affiliate base, how many members we have promoting Mobe, and we compare that to the biggest direct sales companies in the world, multi-billion-dollar direct sales companies that have been around since maybe 1965, so over 50 years. I mean, some of those companies, they're still doing hundreds of millions of dollars per year in sales, okay? They're still finding people to sell to. And then you compare the size of Mobe to some of those companies, we're not anywhere near that size yet, okay? We've still got a long way. So as well as Mobe is doing, we're still just a drop in the ocean. There's a huge market out there for everyone. And you can see that it's not going anywhere. It's not slowing down. Every month we'll have new super affiliates come on board, or top Mobe partners, like Bill and Michelle Pesco Solito. They came on board. They were new to Mobe. Within maybe 2 months, they were in our top 10 earners in the company. Okay, so clearly there's still a lot more people to sell to.
So the fifth question, if you were to lose everything you have,
right,
and you lose your money or your business, and the only thing left you have is the knowledge you have on marketing, what are you going to do specifically to make your first million as soon as possible?
Okay, well that's a really good question. So I don't have my list.
Yeah.
None of that?
No.
Okay, so I just have my knowledge in my head and that's it.
And nobody knows who you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'd be starting from scratch.
Yes.
Just with experience.
Yes.
Okay, so if I had to start over again, what would I do? The first thing I would do is I would find a great company to promote. Okay, a good company that's going to pay me big commissions, they have high converting sales funnels in place. So when I do send traffic there, I'm going to get sales. Okay, so that's the first thing. I would select the vehicle, okay, the income, the business model, the vehicle. Second thing I would do is straight away I would start to build my own list. Okay, so I would put together a very simple lead capture page, leadpages.net, something like that. Put together a very quick lead capture page, start capturing email addresses and building my list. Okay, and then I would do paid traffic, because paid traffic, I know it's scalable, it's fast. I can go and place an ad today and be getting leads tomorrow, and I would start building that list as quickly as possible. I'd be emailing them every single day, providing useful content, but also selling in every single in every email. I wouldn't be afraid to make offers. Every single piece of content there would be an offer, and the offer would be to buy the product of the company that I'm promoting. I would use multiple channels, so I'd be doing email, but I'd also be getting them on webinars. I'd be getting them to give me their phone number after they're already on my list. So for example, I might send out an email and say, hey, look, if you want to talk to me, or if you want to get a free 10-minute strategy session, send me your number. So now I've got another communication channel with them, the phone. And I'd really start building that relationship, but always selling, okay? Doing it in subtle ways. I'd help them get the front end product of that company. It might be a low price product, $10, $20. Now they're a customer, they have a good experience. Then I would follow up and offer them the back end programs that have the bigger commissions and will give them more value. And that's what I would do.
Okay, cool.
Yep. All right, last one. Okay.
So the last question, what is the most important advice that you give to someone who has been struggling for a long time,
Yes.
or just a beginner, to start getting results online?
Okay, so especially someone who's been struggling for a long time, because that was me. You know, I spent 2 years struggling for a very long time. I would say that person needs to look at what are they doing on a day-to-day basis, because they're doing things, they're taking actions that are leading to that result, making no money. Chances are, you know, if they observe themselves like a third person would, they're going to find they're wasting time doing activities like Facebook, checking email too often, doing things that don't actually bring in the money, okay, not doing the important things. So they need to identify where they are spending their time, and then they need to shift their focus to activities that directly bring in revenue. They might be activities like going and doing a paid traffic ad, doing a webinar and actually selling on the webinar, picking up the phone and actually talking to a prospect who's on the fence, creating an irresistible bonus and sending an email out to your list and saying, look, if you buy in the next 24 hours, you'll get this bonus. Doing things like that directly bring in revenue, that's what they need to focus on, because when they get their first commission, their first sale, everything changes after that. Okay, now they know what actions they took to get the result, and it's just a matter of going back and repeating those actions more and more and more. The first sale is always the hardest sale, but once you make that first sale, everything gets easier after that. So my advice to wrap it up would be focus on activities that directly get your results or bring in the cash, the revenue. Okay, get your first sale and then go and repeat those actions again and again and again.
Okay, I think that's the end of the interview. Yeah.
Thanks, Luke. Appreciate it.
Appreciate your time, and yeah, we'll talk soon.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. So guys, if you're watching this and you're thinking about getting started in a business-like mode, can't recommend Luke highly enough. So I'm sure he'll put a link below this. Go ahead, click the link, get started, and work with Luke. We'll speak soon.
Speak soon.
Bye.
Bye.